This morning I thought I would like to show you around my property and maybe get some ideas from you about what I can do with it. So come along with me and my cats as we take a stroll. So I have an upper section and a lower section. So I'm going to take you down to the lower pasture first. I acquired this property about 7 years ago. Sadly, my father divorced my mother, and just at that time, my house in town sold. So he gave me a good deal and I was able to buy this place from them. So currently my mom and 2 brothers are living with me here. One of the things that I did right off the bat when I got the place was to renovate the house. It was in desperate need of fixing up. So I've done that, and I've also done a lot of landscaping. I really love flowers. So that's all done now. And so now it's time to turn to the land and see what I can do with this farm. So if you have any ideas for me, I would love to hear them. This is the lower garden where we grow potatoes and squash. My mom is the vegetable gardener and I'm the flower gardener, so she does produce down here. We have a waterer. It's November currently, so not much to show, but at least I can show you the layout of the land. This is called the lower pasture, and I think it's about 7 acres. And so I'm trying to figure out what I should do with this section. It seems like it's pretty valuable land. I don't know, so if you have any ideas for me, I would love to hear them. I was thinking maybe a cut flower garden or garlic. I don't know. What are your thoughts? Miss Moxie loves to walk with me. She's so dedicated. When my dad owned this place, he had a lot of livestock, about 100 head at the max. So this was great for grazing, and I don't know if I want to get back into cows or what I want to do yet. It is good pasture for cows as well. So this piece of land, this property has been in our family for almost 30 years, I think. So I'm very blessed and privileged to get to live here. We'll go up into the woods now. We got a bank of trees, which is great. We have a lot of timber value on this place, so we get all our firewood from here. We don't have to go anywhere up the mountains to get it. So it's very handy. I love this trail through the woods that the deer made, or deer and cows, I guess. It's very handy. Oh, I'm huffing and puffing. That's quite a steep climb. But I was just wondering what you think would be good in the woods. I'm a vegetarian, so I don't want to raise animals for meat, but I wouldn't mind to have some pets. So would pigs work in the woods? Or maybe a goat or 2 or sheep? What can keep these scrubby shrubs down? I'd be very interested to know. And is it hard to contain these animals? We have wire fencing all over the place, but I'm wondering if that's enough. Right, we're back where we started, and now we'll take the upper road to the upper pasture. I guess weeds can be pretty in the sunlight. All right, so we are cresting on the upper pasture now. It's a beautiful meadow with stunning views, as you can tell. This is the Porthill mountain range. So I live in a valley and it's just gorgeous here. We have a little feeding area for horses or cows. And then my mom's garden. Can't tell, but that's where we have a big garden plot. For 25 years, my career has been an RN, and a good portion of that, like for 20 years or so, I've worked in emergency nursing. And so the last 3 months ago, I gave my notice. I said life is too short to be so stressed. It was not a supportive environment, and it wasn't a well-oiled environment. And so I said, I need to quit for my own sake. Dad had lots of different pastures. So we got lots of gates and lots of fencing. It's really quite great. And then I love this wooded area. It's so pretty. He did such a good job of getting the trees and the shrubs out of here. So what can I put in there? Like, the sky is the limit. I've got the land. So getting out of nursing, I realized that I have a farm. I might as well make use of this farm and do something with it. So that's where I'm turning my energies now. So you tell me. I love soliciting advice, so usually I take charge in emergency situations, but now I'm asking for help in what I should do with my land. Oh, now Mr. Keats wants to join us for a walk. The more the merrier. Hi, Mr. Keats. Hi, Mr. Keats. This is my finished farmhouse. I just love it. And the color I chose is bold, I know. Probably not your typical farmhouse color. You can either love it or hate it, but I love it. For me, it gives a coastal feel. Coastal in the woods. We put our pond to bed for the winter. We have 2 big hay sheds and some stanchions for cows, but we don't have any cows currently. Hello. Aww. My mom loves horses, and so we are boarding 8 horses right now. They're not ours, but we have the facility, so why not? Hi, little one. That actually is her name. And a stockyard for when we had cows. Lots of fencing, shelters, birthing areas. We have a rustic tack barn. I really like it. The people that keep their horses here obviously like to come riding as well, so we've got a variety of hats and tack for everyone. This is my last cat, Siva. Oh, I love you. I do. She's my best mouser of all. Right, Siva? We have a chicken coop as well, fenced in area and laying shed. So I am set up, I tell ya. We have a roundabout driveway, and so this is the other part of the driveway, the one that leads to the barns. And now we are right back where we started from, either going to the lower pasture or the upper pasture. So is it just men that go through midlife crises, or are women allowed to as well? After 25 years, my life has certainly taken a right-hand turn, and I'm soliciting your advice on what I should do with all this land that I now own. When my dad had it, he raised cows for meat, beef cows, and being a vegetarian family, that always somewhat puzzled me. So I don't want to do that. So shall I raise exotic animals for people to buy, or get into market gardening? Although there's a lot of that in this valley because it is a very fertile valley. Anyway, subscribe if you want to see the saga of my life, and I thank you for watching, and I will see you again.